Hello, welcome team members. Today we'll be talking Hexagram 32 duration. That is through leadership, through consistency, discipline, and time. Given by James Bird. It's me. It's part of the Media E-Class Leadership Series. Welcome to today's segment of the Media E-Class Leadership Series, where we focus on how hexagram 32, known as duration, Heng, can enhance your leadership skills. Hexagram 32 emphasizes the importance of leadership through consistency. Being consistent, along with discipline, passage of time, duration, long in duration. Hexagram 32. These elements are crucial in building a sustainable and impactful leadership style. Be consistent. Think of consistency as the backbone of leadership. It's about maintaining your principles and actions over time, which builds trust and reliability with your team. Discipline complements this by ensuring that your actions are aligned with long-term goals, not just immediate successes. Emphasize the next point, positive nod. Finally, time is an essential factor. True leadership impact isn't achieved overnight. It requires patience and perseverance. Integrating these elements, consistency, discipline, and time, can create a leadership approach that not only endures but thrives in the long term. Hard off, smile with it. The Oracle, hexagram 32, duration. It's a reflection we're getting here today. Reflection of time, duration, over time. Lower trigram, which is when flex consistency. Upper trigram, thunder, flex action. So wind and thunder, we're talking about little rain today. It's really good. Talking about April 25th, 2026 today. Also, sustained movement creates lasting impact. Now the focus is on the oracle, specifically Hexagram 32, duration, Heng. This concept highlights the balance between consistency and action, two critical components in achieving long-term success. Let's break it down further. First, the lower triagram ring symbolizes consistency. Think of it as the steady, ongoing force that keeps things moving in a predictable and reliable manner. Secondly, the upper trigram thunder represents action. It's the energy and momentum that drive change and progress. These two elements combined, they illustrate how sustained movement can lead to a lasting impact. This is about maintaining a steady course, being ready to act decisively when necessary. Key takeaway here is that it's not just about moving, it's about moving with purpose and consistency. Stay with it. This combination ensures that your actions are not fleeting, but built towards something substantial over time. As we move on, we'll explore how this idea of duration and consistency translates into practical leadership strategies. Good. Smile with it. The judgment. The judgment, you see four key factors here on this slide. One is duration, success, no blame. Perseverance furthest. It furthest one to have somewhere to go. Building a bridge. The other side got to have a destination, drop point. Lastly, we see consistency with direction produces results. It's what we're after. Let's dive into the essence of judgment, of the judgment for hexagram 32, duration. The message here is quite powerful and emphasizes the importance of perseverance, maintaining a consistent path to achieve success. Key takeaway from this judgment is duration leads to success with no blame. Again, duration leads to success with no blame. This suggests that staying the course, even when challenges arise, is crucial for long-term success. The phrase perseverance further reinforces the value of steadiness. It's about having the resilience to continue moving forward even when progress seems slow. Finally, the idea that it furthers one to have somewhere to go points to the necessity of having a clear direction. Consistency must be paired with a sense of purpose or goal to truly produce resource. Again, consistency must be paired with a sense of purpose or goal to truly produce resource. What will happen? The image, with the image, we see thunder and wind, continuous motion. Thunder and wind. Expect that today. The superior man stands firm. Do not change directions without cause. Thunder and wind. Talking about the bell curve. It's 3 days before, 3 days after you reach peak. In the next 3 days, talking about thunder and wind. You're peaking now. The image of thunder and wind represents continuous motion. This symbolizes the idea of maintaining forward momentum in a steady, consistent manner, which, should I say, much like the elements themselves. This slide emphasizes the importance of standing firm like a superior man, even amidst the dynamic forces of thunder and wind. It suggests that while these elements are ever moving, they do so with a purpose and direction, reinforcing the notion that we should not change or should I say, change our direction without a significant cause. The message here is clear. Steadfastness is our actions. Or should I say, must be steadfastness in our actions and decision is crucial. We should only alter our path when it is genuinely necessary and not just for the sake of change. This approach leads to more meaningful and impactful results over time. For leadership insight, not intensity, but continuity is what we're looking at. Results equal continuity, being consistent. Not speed, but stability, being strategic. Not reaction, but discipline. It's another consistency. Leadership is proven over time, not moments. Today's focus, as we might have it, is on the essence of effective leadership. Once again, core leadership insights. First, let's emphasize that leadership is not about intensity, but about continuity. This means maintaining a steady presence and consistent actions rather than sporadic bursts of effort. Reactionary. Next, consider that true leadership is not measured by speed but by stability. Leaders who provide a stable environment encourages growth and confidence among their teams. Lastly, remember that leadership is not about reaction, but discipline, still coined as consistency. It's about staying the course and adhering to your principles, even when faced with challenges. In summary, leadership is a journey proven over time, not just in fleeting moments. This approach builds a lasting impact and earns respect and trust from those you lead. Systems over spurts. Short-term effort equals inconsistent results. Long-term systems equals scalable growth. Example, content building, publishing, solo product education, affiliate development. In this slide, we're diving into the importance of adopting systems over relying on short-term efforts. The key takeaway is that while short-term efforts might yield inconsistent results, it's the long-term systems that truly drive scalable growth. To illustrate this, we have three examples here: content publishing, solo product education, and affiliate development. Each of these areas benefit significantly from a systematic approach. That's what we're doing here at Media E-Class. By implementing robust systems, you yourself can ensure consistent output, continuous learning, and sustained partnership growth. What we have emphasized the word sustain. Remember, it's about creating frameworks that support ongoing success rather than sporadic bursts of activity. This shift in focus would lead to more reliable and scalable outcomes. Consistency builds authority. What we're looking at on this slide, it entails the idea that repetition creates recognition. Recognition builds trust. Trust drives revenue. Your daily actions define your market position, like a puzzle. It's coming together. Out in consistency, as we might have it, is the cornerstone of building authority in any field. It's consistency. First, let's talk about repetition. When you consistently deliver, whether it's content, service, or engagement, people begin to recognize your brand. This recognition is critical, or should I say crucial, because it lays the foundation for trust and, of course, credibility. We emphasize trust. See, is a pivotal word. And why is trust important? Because trust is what ultimately drives revenue. Customers are more likely to choose a brand they trust over one they don't. Remember, it's your daily actions that truly define your market position. Every small, consistent effort contributes to the bigger picture. As we move forward, think about how you can implement consistent practices in your own work to build long-term authority. On this slide, we want to talk about avoidance. Avoid strategic drift, moving away from the mission statement or purpose. That, you see, chasing trends weakens precision, like a focus delays outcomes. Commit, refine, sustain, stay with it. Be more investigative toward your strategic alignment. Out in avoiding strategic drift is crucial for maintaining a strong market position. Let's explore what this means for your business. First, let's address the temptation to chase trends. While it might seem like a quick way to capture attention, it can actually dilute your brain's unique positioning. Being one of the takers, instead, focus on what sets you apart and build on that. Or fortifying foundation of a purpose. Next, consider how a lack of focus can delay your desired outcomes. Think of it like trying to juggle too many tasks at once. Nothing gets the attention it truly needs. Streamlining your efforts allows for greater progress over time. Finally, embrace the cycle of commitment, refinement, and sustainability. Committing to a strategy is just the beginning. Regularly refine your processes to adapt to changes and sustain your efforts for long-term success. Remember this: consistency and focused efforts will guide you towards scalable growth and lasting impact. Now then, let's look at sustainable performance model. Work, then rest. Feel, then reflect. Execute, then adjust. Endurance without recovery leads to burnout. But these three examples we're talking about, feedback loop. Consider this slide as a guide to achieving long-term success without sacrificing well-being. The sustainable performance model, that is, emphasizes the necessity of balancing effort with recovery. Let's dive into its core components. First, we have work and rest. It's suggested that hard work is essential. Equally important is the need to take breaks and recovery. Without rest, our performance can degrade over time, leading to exhaustion. Next, build and reflect encourages us to not only create and implement strategies, but also to take the time to reflect on our processes and outcomes. Reflection allows us to learn and make necessary adjustments. Finally, execution, then adjust. All of these are feedback mechanisms, and with execution, then adjust, you see, it highlights the importance of flexibility. Executing plans is somewhat crucial. Staying adaptable and willing to tweak strategies ensures continuous improvement and relevancy. It's being agile, not rigid in purpose moving forward. Remember, endurance without recovery leads to burnout. It's a powerful reminder that success is not just about sustained effort, but also about knowing when to pause and recharge. I want to ask you now, you personally, how do you incorporate rest and reflection to your routine? Leave a comment. Ask, how do you incorporate rest and reflection into your routine? Let us know. We're now looking at media eclat applications as it relates to media eclat series, that is, leadership series, talking about solar strategy requires long-term trust. Something we're going to be needing. Solar affiliate systems need consistency. Talking about health-wise, publishing demands steady output. It's networking, compounding growth over time. It's all uphill. Today, we're diving into the media eclat application, specifically focusing on its solar strategy. This approach is not just about immediate results, it's about building long-term trust. As we now know today, we're talking about capturing and controlling wildfires. And I see our churches very adamant about helping people. I'm thinking good solar strategy on it at these emergency centers and most mainly churches would be great effort. But to achieve this, we must ensure our affiliate systems are consistent. Consistency is key here. It's the backbone that keeps everything running smoothly and effectively. Think of it as the glue that holds our strategies together. That you see a lot of old trucks out helping as well with our wildfires at the moment. Put solar generators on them because can't see them running out of fuel for fire. We'll keep fuel at a minimum. That's what's driving the drought. Burning fossil fuels again, folks. Now then, let's remember that also, meanwhile, our publishing efforts must maintain a steady output as we have been doing. This consistency in delivery not only reinforces our reliability, but also contributes to compounding growth over time. Get the message out. It's like planting seeds today to reap the benefits of tomorrow. By in August, we want to have everything really permeated in the network, this community, with proximity. Remember, the success of these strategies lies in their sustained and steady application. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and rewards will manifest over time with consistent effort and dedication. Remember, smile with it. All part of containment. Duration framework. Refine direction, build systems, maintain discipline, refine continuously. This process re-engineering, refine continuously, sustain competitive advantage, or my competitive advantage, strengths and weaknesses. The duration framework is a powerful approach to achieving sustained competitive advantage. Let's break it down into 4 key components. First, define direction. This is about setting a clear vision, understanding where you want to go. It's crucial to align your goals with your long-term vision to ensure everyone is on the same page. That today we see the main bottleneck now is energy of here in our community and on a global stage. Talking about energy, need to find a way around that. Next, build systems. These systems are the backbone that support your operations. Think of them as quiet machinery working behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly. Then, to maintain discipline. Discipline is the glue that holds everything together. It ensures that the systems are consistently executed, keeping you on track towards your goals. Finally, refine continuously. Stay on it. This step is about being open to change and improvement moving forward. Regular refinement ensures that you adapt to changes in the environment and remain somewhat competitive. Remember, these elements work together to create a sustained competitive advantage, allowing you to stay ahead in your industry. It's important to refine continuously. Is a key. It is a key to long-term success. Should I say process re-engineering? It's continuously refined it. Now let's transition to reflective leadership, where we'll explore how these principles apply to your daily practices. It's leadership reflection. Leadership reflection, with that, we have 3 questions we need to ask ourselves. What am I sustaining daily? Where am I inconsistent? What systems need strengthening? The 3 questions. As we reflect on leadership, let's consider 3 Vital questions that shape our effectiveness. First, we must ask ourselves, what am I sustaining daily? This question helps us to focus on consistent actions or habits that support our goals and values. Next, explore, where am I inconsistent? Another question. Identify these areas, should I say, identifying these areas allows for growth and improvement by addressing gaps in our leadership. Finally, consider what systems need strengthening. Strong systems are crucial for maintaining stability and driving progress ever upward. They ensure that our efforts are somewhat aligned and, should I say, somewhat efficient. By reflecting on these questions, we lay the groundwork for more resilient and impactful leadership. Final thought. We made it through this presentation, folks. And what we're looking at from the final thought, what you sustain defines your legacy and your main focus. This, we're talking alternative energy, one with less moving parts, parts to be all, that is, alternative energy. As we approach the conclusion of our discussion today, let's focus on a powerful takeaway. What you sustain defines your legacy. Again, what you sustain defines your legacy. Reflecting on this idea, think about the impact of your daily actions and decisions. Here at Meteor E-Clat, our main focus is on our calendar of days, the almanacs, that is. Now then, you might want to consider how your consistent efforts and commitments shape not only your professional journey, but also the legacy you leave behind, both in your organization and beyond. Finally, remember these words from James Bird, a leader in our field who reminds us to look towards the future with intention and purpose as we move towards 2027. Thank you for joining me on this journey.